Francis Ngannou is coming back to MMA to fight Renan Ferreira. Now, this is all according to the PFL founder, Don Davis. Now, who's going to win this fight? Well, before we talk about who's going to win this fight, let's take a look at their latest performances in which Francis Ngannou fought Stipe, in which Francis Ngannou landed some big shots in round 1 until Francis Ngannou dropped Stipe, and then Stipe got up just to get knocked out in round 2.
Back to his feet, eats another uppercut. Nice counter right from Sanchez, who is now down and out.
After this, Francis Ngannou went on to fight Cyril Gane, in which both of them started off very fast. Both of the wrestling and grappling looked great. Both landed some great shots, but Francis Ngannou ended up taking it by decision.
And still!
Now let's take a look at Renan's latest performances, in which he fought Denis Goltsov, in which Denis had great ground control in round 1 until Renan started letting his hands go and TKO'd him in round 2.
There's another. Oh, another one. Oh, he's had enough. And the hammer fist will finish.
After this, Renan went on to fight Ryan Bader, in which he TKO'd him in round 1.
Or is he going to be able to ground Ferreira?
Now, I'm going to say it right away. I think this is where Francis Ngannou's career goes down the drain, because we can't just forget about what happened between him and Anthony Joshua just because it was a boxing match, as it shows a lot. Because whether it's a boxing match or an MMA match, both combat sports start on the feet. So the fact that Francis Ngannou failed to outperform Anthony Joshua and Anthony Joshua was able to expose Francis Ngannou's lack of boxing knowledge, then Francis Ngannou could be in big trouble if the fight between him and Ferreira is a stand-up fight. Now, back to the idea that Francis Ngannou's career could be over, because not only did Anthony Joshua expose a big flaw in his game, but Ferreira has been very active, as he had 3 fights last year and 1 fight this year, all fights coming by way of knockout, and 3 of those knockouts were in round 1, so he definitely has the power and the setup to get that knockout. So if Francis Ngannou doesn't catch on to the mistake that he made against Anthony Joshua, on top of Ferreira's game plan and patterns, he could get knocked out, as I believe that Francis Ngannou is slowly starting to lose it. So in the end, the reason that I believe that Francis Ngannou is going to get knocked out in this fight is because he was never a good striker. All he had was power with no defensive skills, which I still don't understand how he was able to make it that far into his career with only power. But now that he fails to set up that power, his power becomes useless, and that's why I see him getting knocked out in round 1.